Rams. All right. Happy Sunday, everyone. We are here in the building today because, NBA starts this week, and talking about the NBA and the NFL is not very easy when you want to do a preview for it. So you got me here, Mike Williams, Raja Anthony Ali. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing excellent, man. Excited about the NBA coming back this week. Oh, man, it's going to be an incredible week. We got a lot of sports ahead of us. So,
got our fantasy draft for basketball tonight.
Yes, tonight, the fantasy basketball draft tonight. I'm looking forward to that. And, yeah, man, it's going to be an incredible season. I think it's going to be great.
Absolutely. So I didn't really go play by play like we usually do. I feel like we should just kind of focus more on the bigger stuff. But let's just start. Let's just start with the games coming on Tuesday night. Let's start there. See what we got now. Hold on. Standings, scores, games today, Tuesday. So we got OKC or Kevin Durant returning to OKC on ring night.
I like that.
To watch them get their rings.
Uh-huh.
And we got the Warriors, obviously they wanted Steph versus LeBron. LeBron's going to be out for, 4 to 6 weeks, I believe.
Yeah, we're going to get to that.
But I want to know, what are your thoughts? Kevin Durant, I just read, signed a 2-year, $90 million extension. I read that this morning. What are your thoughts on this opening game, and how do you think that the missing of Fred VanVleet, since he tore his ACL, he'll miss the whole season, how do you think that will affect the Rockets in the season and this game?
Well, first off, I love the matchup. Shout out to whoever put the schedule together, because this is a perfect matchup. You want to see the reigning champions go up against the potential champions and probably the most scariest team in the West, the Houston Rockets. Now, we know Fred VanVleet is going to be out for the rest of the whole entire season. But there's, they do have a couple point guards by committee that I think is going to really be good for the team. Number one, they got Oman. I believe his name is Amon Thompson.
Okay.
He's going to be the point guard. He's going to be the starting point guard. Plus, they got Reed Shepherd. Now, if you're not much of a preseason person and miss a couple of Reed Shepherd's games, you might not know why I'm excited about it. But Reed Shepherd's going to be one of those guys that's going to light up the league this year. I think he's going to take a huge leap in year 2. So they're going to be really good. Now, we know, and this is just historical, most of the time when teams are receiving their ring, they normally lose that game, on their home court, unfortunately. So this is one of those games that I look forward to, because Kevin Durant, being, a guy that was drafted into the organization, he was drafted to the Seattle Supersonics, but he played X amount of years with the team OKC Thunder. He's going to put up numbers. So whatever his numbers are, I would slam the overs on that, because Kevin Durant is going to put on an absolute masterclass on that court. Plus, we want to see how this new OKC team looks, because not everyone came back. There's a few pieces missing. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
What pieces did they lose?
Can you hear him?
No, I didn't. I'm going to come back in.
Okay. We were just talking about the Rockets and the Thunder.
Opening night.
Yeah, we started there. I'm doing it a little differently than I usually do. Instead of going kind of by division, kind of just get the big things, what we're looking forward to. Because I didn't want to be on too long. So, but I know it's impossible to cover football and basketball. Like, it's just too much.
Yeah.
It's just too much. I'm not sure who they lost, though. I know they invested. What is that? I said they invested a lot.
I seen said that they brought back. Okay.
Yeah, they invested a lot of money in Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, and of course SGA.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can you hear everyone now, Raj?
Yeah, I can hear everyone.
So, what pieces did they lose now?
What's that?
Because he asked who did OKC lose. We don't know who they lost.
Nobody like no key people, but what I'm saying is like they don't have the exact same team they had last season. They didn't lose anyone that's like
Detrimental.
They got the
yeah.
they got the exact same team that they had last year. They didn't lose any key pieces. They didn't lose anybody. They bringing the
Okay.
exact same roster back.
Okay.
The only piece that they did lose was the piece that they traded, which was Josh Giddey, which nobody cares.
Right.
Right.
But he
Yeah.
been doing his thing in Chicago though.
Absolutely. RB, what do you think is? How do you think Kevin Durant and the Rockets will dwell overall this season? We know they were number 2 in the West last year. They didn't make it. They got bounced in the first round. And they brought obviously Fred VanVleet's out, but how do you think that they are still dangerous even without him?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, they got that young boy, Amen. So I think he'll fill into that role, for them at point guard very easily. Because he's a combo guard already anyway. So I'm not saying that it's not a big blow that they lost Flat Fleet because remember, we had kind of discussed this in the chat a couple weeks or so ago. It's definitely a big blow, but if there's a team that could sustain losing that type of, guard play, I would say that the Rockets is one of those teams. I do expect them to still be one of the top 3 to 5 teams in the Western Conference this year. And like I said before, the expectations are there for Kevin Durant, man. He got to deliver. This is the perfect made situation for him to deliver in. You got young core key pieces around you. You got some solid core key veterans on the team. The team is good. You got a great head coach. Really no excuses. This is what we've been looking for KD to be able to look at the team and be like, you the best player. Y'all solid as fuck. Can you deliver it? Like it was in OKC when he was the best player and they had Russ and Harden, or when it was just Russ and him. You know what I'm saying? They everybody felt y'all good enough. Can you deliver? So at this point in KD's career, he's still good enough, and this Rockets team is good enough. Can he deliver? That's all this season is about.
And what I like is like this season isn't about, and this team for him, it's not a super team, right? So there's no second all-star, if you will, or third all-star, like when he went to Phoenix. You had 3 all-stars, right? When he went to
Mhm.
Brooklyn, you had 2, and then you added Harden. When you went to Golden State, that was almost like a what you call it? That was almost like an all-star
Unfair.
team, all-star team in itself, right?
It was. Yeah.
Especially in the prime. You're looking at that. They started that run 2015. He went there 2017, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that 4-year run. You look at it, it's like wow, they really were an all-star team. So I think for him, like you said, I agree with both of what you're saying, but he needs to prove like this is my team. I need to elevate this team and finally do it. Do it without Steph Curry. Do it without Klay Thompson. Do it without these guys. And
Yeah.
that's what it's about. Is can he move forward with it?
I think one of the things that which you can kind of tell in his character, Kevin Durant, a lot of these cats today, they just for one, they not thick skinned, to be honest with you, but they don't really care. But I think what it is it boils down is that today's fan a lot of us that have been watching for a while, that probably in our late 20s, early mid 30s, and on. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody under that age range don't even watch basketball. All they do is look at highlights on YouTube, if that. But today's fan, what we're looking for, and I hate to say it, but it's we still compare it to that nostalgia. We want to
Right,
see if you can deliver the goods without stacking the deck. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
right.
remember back in the day when you would go to the park and hoop, with your homies and some of your friends or whatever, and you go to the park and you always had that two, three, four guys that were just better than everybody else because they
Mm-hmm.
actually played organized ball and they were good. They had the skill sets, they had the size, and then they
Yeah.
try to get on the team with each other and play against everybody else that ain't nowhere near as good. That's
Yep.
no true testament to your skill. You know what I'm saying? Your true skill is to say, hey man, give me him and him, and then let me get my boy here. You know what I'm saying? That
Mm-hmm.
we the core, and these two we gonna lift up and let them play their role. Let's play 4-on-4. Let's see who really the best. You know what I'm saying? That's all we looking for. Can you deliver the goods without stacking the deck?
Mm,
And I agree with
absolutely.
that. Real quick, I want to
Right.
say that's why I think the '90s basketball was so like it was such a fun time to watch basketball because you had
Two
like one
thousands
or
too, I think.
yeah 2000s as well. Yep, early 2000s. Because you didn't have so many all stars on one team. It was literally one or two on each team, and it was like everyone could go out there and play, and you had to uplift your role players. Like everyone had their roles. Like someone was asking me the other day, it was like, why was Steve Kerr so important to the NBA? Like, what did he do when he played in the NBA? I'm like, he had his role. Like when he played in Chicago, his role was to catch and shoot. His role was to, be that guy that can get that guaranteed 3-point shot. And now we don't really have those type of role players. Everyone wants to be a combo guard. Everybody wants to be,
Mhm.
you know, um, all these different types of players that's outside of their actual role of what they should be. Someone like Charles Barkley, that was like what 6'5", 6'6", maybe, um,
Yeah.
will have a difficult time playing in this type of NBA because he's more of a bruiser. He's not a shooter, so he'll be down in the paint getting rebounds and putting up buckets. So I don't know. I really
I
appreciate
don't know if I agree with that sentiment all the way, Rod.
playing in this type of league.
Yeah, Sir Charles? Come on, man. Put some respect on Sir Charles, man. This man could
Ah,
dribble. He could go coast to. You better go look up some old Charles Barkley highlights, bro. He could shoot
Yeah.
from the three. He could shoot from the mid range. He could go coast to coast and dunk and dribble,
but he
and he could
wasn't
get you
known for
15
his
to 20
shot.
boards,
He wasn't known for his
bro.
shooting.
I'm not saying he was known for his shooting. I'm
But he could
saying
shoot the
what he could
ball, is what
do.
he's saying.
Okay,
Patrick Ewing
all right.
wasn't known for shooting either, but he could shoot.
Who?
Patrick Ewing.
Oh well, he
Patrick Ewing
was.
can knock down the corner three.
Yeah. I know that. Yeah, but what I'm saying is the way the game is more spread out. It's not the same. It's not the same type of game that it was back in the 90s and even in early 2000s. It's more or less you have more of an opportunity to do stuff as a role player at that time than you do now. So that's all I wanted to say.
So to negate that,
Mm-hmm.
you seeing a slow, unathletic dude who can barely jump onto a curb, like Joker dominating the league the way he dominating the league, putting up the numbers he put up, and you think prime Sir Charles couldn't
Mm-hmm.
at least do? I'm not saying he would dominate to the level of Joker, but prime Sir Charles couldn't beat prime Sir Charles in this era. I think you smoking dope, man.
No, no,
I think you smoking dope.
no.
Mm-mm.
Because he
That
definitely moved way in his prime, he moved way better than Joker can move. Way better.
but he didn't have the floor vision like Joker.
Charles
So
Barkley could pass the ball, bro. I
but
ain't
he doesn't
saying he
have
can have the floor
he
vision like
doesn't he
Joker,
doesn't he
but
doesn't he
he
doesn't
can
have
he
it
can
like
pass the
Joker
ball.
though. Joker averaged about 11 assists a game.
But I might not need him to have it like Joker. Maybe Joker would have more championships if he didn't average 11 assists per game.
if Joker played with an All-Star, he would have more championships.
Or
If he had one more All-Star, how many All-Stars did he play with last season?
But he's proven he doesn't.
think.
He's proven he doesn't
That's
need
my
an
point.
All-Star to win.
Charles Barkley played with All-Stars and haven't won one ring. So that negates everything.
Yeah, he also ran up against Jordan too.
But Joker didn't have to play Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan was out for 2 years.
Michael
Jordan wasn't around for 2 years. Where was Sir Charles?
Charles's career.
Well,
Charles was
but he also joined up. He joined up with Clyde Drexler,
the Rock,
Hakeem Olajuwon, and didn't win nothing.
And Scottie Pippen. Remember Scottie Pippen was there too for a second. But
right.
They were. It was a different league, bro. They were not they were old. Them niggas was old.
But we're not gonna do that to Joker. Come on, man.
Do what to Joker? I think you doing it to Charles Barkley. You being disrespectful. All I'm saying is that if Joker can move around these clowns the way he do, being slow and unathletic, a prime Charles Barkley who was not slow and was plenty athletic could dominate in this league. You talking about a dude who was practically the best player on that dream team, even with Michael Jordan being there. And arguably the second best player in the league in that era. Yes, an MVP and second best player in the league in that era.
Nope. All right, next topic. I'm not doing
All right, go back and watch the Dream Team documentary, bro. Who in the league was better than Charles Barkley during that era outside of Michael Jordan? Man. I'm waiting.
I don't even know if that take really deserves a response.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I want to keep the flow going. I'm not going to do it.
I'm saying though, who in the era of that league was better than Charles Barkley outside? Was
David Robinson was David Robinson on the Dream Team at that time or no?
He was.
Okay.
Wasn't he on the Dream Team?
Barkley.
No. I don't think.
No, not that Dream Team. Okay.
I can't remember if David was on. I think David might have been on the original Dream Team. I think David Robinson was on it.
No, I don't think he was. I think he was on the second Dream Team.
We're talking about the 92 Dream Team.
Yeah, 92 Dream Team.
So you're taking Barkley over Magic?
No.
Was David Robinson on the 1992
Hell
Dream
Team?
Here was the team. Jordan, Magic, Bird, Barkley,
David Robinson was on it.
Drexler, Robinson, Ewing, Malone, Christian Laettner, Chris Murray, Mullen, Scottie Pippen, and Stockton.
If you ask me, Malone is better than Barkley.
So hold on. This is the thing. You just tried to go there for David Robinson, right? Who was the starter? Charles was. Outside of being the starter, who do we remember being on the Dream Team? We remember Charles was on the Dream Team. We had to Google search it for David Robinson because his ass didn't even play.
Because he was young. Wasn't that his third year?
Nigga was putting up 50 and 50. I'm not trying to hear it. Charles Barkley was that guy, bro. But y'all gotta stop putting some respect on that man's name. If he had that championship, he could arguably be the greatest power forward of all time.
No. We're
not gonna do that. No.
Please move
one championship. Oh, and the athletes are arguably greatest. What? Yo, he's got no.
Hey, I just tricked Raj. I got him with his own shit. Didn't he say the same thing about Joker with his one championship?
Damn.
I rest my case.
But how many MVPs though?
I don't want to hear it. Charles had an MVP.
Charles had an MVP. He had one. You got to be at least one, more than one. Come on now.
No, I ain't trying to hear it.
Like I said, Joker don't play with no All-Stars. There's no All-Star on the Denver Nuggets. Not one.
And Charles ain't played with no All-Stars until he got the Phoenix.
No, he played with All-Stars since his rookie year. When he was with the 76ers, he was playing.
We not trying to hear nothing about when this dude was in development and not even
It
all the
doesn't
way
matter.
who he was
He's
yet,
been playing
bro.
with legends.
It do
Yo, he
matter.
been play,
Joker didn't come in the
he been
league putting
playing.
up 20 and 30. It didn't
What team? All
happen.
right,
He
let
had
me
to
say
develop
this real
too.
quick.
Let's not forget, Denver didn't even know who they wanted to pick between Joker and Nurkic.
Okay, let's look up Charles Barkley real quick because we're going to end this right now. Look, Charles Barkley, right? He played how many seasons with the 76ers? Since 1984 to 1992,
84
right?
to 92.
Okay, so he played with Mo Cheeks. Okay, he played with Dr. J. He played with legends, my guy. Like he played with legends, and then he went to the Phoenix Suns and played with KJ. Played with Dan Marley. He played with legends. Then he wasn't satisfied with that. He went to Houston Rockets. And guess what? He played with even more legends. Hakeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler. You know who Charles Barkley is without a championship? He's Kevin Durant. Charles Barkley is Kevin Durant of the 90s. Let that marinate.
How when Kevin Durant's won championships? I'm just trying to understand.
That's what I said without the championship.
Because Charles never joined a juggernaut team.
He joined nothing but juggernauts. I just showed you. Rookie year was.
So you telling me Kevin Mo Cheeks and Kevin Johnson and Steph Curry?
Look, he joined.
Yes or no? Are they
I didn't say that.
We're
not. Those are two different type of players.
None of the players you name
those are two
on
different
either that Philly
players.
or that Phoenix team can even compare to Klay Thompson, let alone fucking Steph Curry and Draymond Green and the rest of the crew. I'll take Klay Thompson over Clyde Drexler.
76ers.
I'll take Klay Thompson over rookie year Charles Barkley, Dr. J, because he was done. He had struggled to win his one that he finally got in '83 with 444 came over there to help him, and he finally got it done, and he was a shell of himself by the time Charles was there. They had to rebuild that whole thing in Philly when Charles was started developing to be who he was. Thumping, but remember they stole Rick Mahorn from us. Come on, man. Y'all, I ain't like we.
What I'm saying is
history.
No, it's not revisionist history. It's facts. Look, the fact that he played.
I'm saying it's revisionist to the point that you're trying to make it seem like this dude couldn't ball in this fucking watered down, slow ass Euro League when he was dominating motherfuckers in the league.
I know for a fact he would not average 20 points in the NBA.
Oh my God, bro!
In this league right now, he wouldn't.
I'm done with it.
He wouldn't.
I'm done with it.
He wouldn't.
I'm done with it.
He'll be a double guy, but he wouldn't average 20 points.
I hear you. I can't believe this.
So I'm gonna ask a question. What team do each of you what team do you still expect high expectations for, even with a major injury? And the three teams that come to mind that have a major injury are the Lakers. LeBron's gonna be out at least 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah. Obviously the Mavericks. Kyrie's scheduled to return January, February, from what I read. And the third team, I mean, you can throw the Rockets in there as well. But the other team is the Pacers.
I don't think Van Vliet coming back this year though, so I wouldn't.
No. That's why he fits the mold. Because
you saying like just
so
completely?
What I'm asking is, which of these teams that have a major injury do you still expect high expectations for? So the Lakers, the Mavericks, the Rockets, and the Pacers. Is there any other team that you guys can think of that have a major injury, major player that's injured? Obviously we could throw the Sixers on that list potentially. But If there's any other teams to add to that pile, add them in. And then what team do you still have the high expectation for? I'm going to start because no matter who we add, mine's the same, and it's the Dallas Mavericks.
Please elaborate.
Huh?
I said, please elaborate.
Yeah, high expectations?
Meaning
over the Rockets?
No, just in general. Not over anyone. I'm just making a general consensus of a team that I still expect to do well, even with a major injury. Okay, think about it. Okay. They traded for Anthony Davis last season, right? And the GM said, we made this move because we believe we can win now with him. Now, we know he had the eye surgery and he has to wear goggles the rest of his career. But to me, from what I haven't seen anything about injuries. And before he got traded, he was playing MVP level basketball. He was playing real well, and then he got hurt. Then he got traded and what have you. So if you're going into the season healthy, I'm expecting you to play like you're healthy. We know what AD stands for, corner Raj, always dinged or always damaged, however you want to pick it. But I'm expecting that. You guys, yeah, you lost Kyrie, but you still got the first overall pick. Now, I know preseason ain't NBA, but listen, right. Cooper Flagg was doing some stuff. He was out there just doing some stuff. You have him. Klay Thompson is still serviceable to shoot. He ain't as quick as he used to be. He's not. He can still play good defense. He can still shoot the ball. You have Dinwiddie. No, did they waive Dinwiddie?
I think they still no. Yeah, they did. Because he on a different team. Damn, where did he go? I just seen this. Ain't he in Charlotte?
He got waived from Charlotte.
In Charlotte?
He got waived
from Charlotte too?
Yeah, they picked him up and waived him. I don't know.
You still got D'Lo there, who's serviceable as well.
Yeah, D'Lo's the point guard.
In my eyes, and then who's there in center? Their center was it Powell?
Yeah, the white Powell.
Yeah, and Lively.
Is Derek Lively back?
Yeah, it's Lively.
And Lively as well.
Okay.
So to me, you still got enough on this roster to compete until January. Oh, that stupid echo. Hold on.
Okay.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Unmute yourself.
There we go. We can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah.
You still have enough to compete. That's what I'm saying. I still expect them to be top 4 or 5 in their conference and still compete at a high level and be able to.
Quick question, Mike.
Yep.
On that. So when you say compete, right? I know you said 4 or 5, but do you consider them like a contender, like somebody that's supposed to make it to the conference finals? Like, do you have them in that category? The Dallas Mavericks.
Oh yeah, Dallas is in that category for sure.
I believe that they are in that category because of only because when you go out and you make a trade for AD, you keep Kyrie Irving, right? Mm-hmm. He's gonna come back into the fold. It's gonna take him a little while, but he's gonna come back. You still got the first overall picked a potential what's it called? I forget the word I'm looking for. Not transcendent, not revolutionary. Generational talent. Thank you. A potential generational talent. You still have Klay who can shoot. You have Lively. You have Powell. You have other guys on the bench who can do some work as well. Losing Kyrie Irving when you still have all that, that's my pick to say, hey, you guys should still be able to compete and hold it down until he gets back near or after the All-Star break.
Okay.
Disagree. I would probably put Houston over them though. For me personally, I would put Houston ahead because I feel like they have more to work with. D'Lo just is D'Lo, man. He just not consistent enough for me. I think that's gonna kind of hinder Dallas a little bit. But if I'm not mistaken, I thought I had seen something where they were talking about like trying to run the point guard through Cooper Flag until
Yeah, they said
Kyrie
that.
Irving comes back. So
I was
I don't know.
seeing.
We might have to see how that looks. But D'Lo is he's a good player, but he just so inconsistent, man. He's just so inconsistent. And he makes bonehead plays and decisions.
Yeah. He's not a point guard you want to build your team with. Like he's like a point guard that you have like as somebody off the bench or someone that's filling in. You don't want him for the whole entire season. Because you're right. I watched him. I watched all his games in Brooklyn. He was amazing in Brooklyn. But then when he came back for that second stint, he was super inconsistent. I couldn't wait for them to trade him.
Did they? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You didn't give.
No, I was going to give my pick. I'm going to say. I'm going to.
yours.
Yeah, I'm going to say the Lakers. I hear what you guys are saying with the Rockets and the Mavs, but if the Lakers don't figure this out, yo, what the hell? The other side of that Dallas Maverick trade they gotta figure it out. I hate the fact that LeBron is now saying, "Oh, I'm gonna monitor the situation and see how it goes."
His injury?
No. He's saying the team, how the team is built. I don't like that. Either you're in or you're out. Like I think LeBron is so much of a diva sometimes, man. I mean, I get that he wants to win now. But if first off, if you're not on the court, how the hell can you even say I'm gonna monitor the situation? Dude, get healthy.
Yeah.
So the Lakers got to figure it out. They can't if they don't figure it out now. That move they made to get Luka, it's a waste of time because you're wasting his prime. So that's my pick.
This is LeBron's 5th or 6th season with the Lakers.
This is his I think like 9th.
Wait.
Now, didn't he come in? Didn't he go to Lakers?
He came in during 2 years before the bubble. 2017, I think he came in.
Oh wow, it's been that long. Jeez. Wow. Okay. Yeah, and
8th season.
I'll say that the Lakers have definitely underwhelmed with him there. Eight seasons and one credited championship, however you want to put it, asterisk or not, and a championship that if the pandemic didn't happen, you might not have won anyway. That says a lot. And right now, if they don't win, because we know LeBron wants to win one more. We know it. That's why he's still there. People say, oh, he's padding stats. However you want to think about it, he wants to win one more championship and go out on his terms. But that might not happen. He's definitely closer to the end than the beginning. And I agree. Them wasting Luka's prime, and then the addition of DeAndre Ayton just makes me scratch my head because there were so many other options. I feel like they had to settle for Ayton. Hopefully it works out for him,
Yeah, we'll see. But they definitely got to figure this out now because that championship window is closing for the Lakers. Absolutely. It's definitely closing. And if LeBron, look, I would trade LeBron. I'm keeping it stacked with you. I would trade LeBron. I'll find a way to get him back to Cleveland. And I will go out there and get Mobley and potentially
Cleveland not about to trade none of their young stars for old LeBron James. I don't care how good he looking, how much he's still averaging. They're not gonna do that.
27 and 7.
It wouldn't even make sense, man. Because you trading away a franchise asset for a cat who's probably not going to be around in the next 2 to 3 years.
Okay, now
and it's not a guaranteed championship. It'd be different if it was a guaranteed run of the championship. Like if we trade for LeBron, we in there. It ain't a guarantee because what you gonna have to give up to get him. That's gonna take away. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying, RB. Look, check this out. Because we know what Cleveland did last year. They did absolutely nothing. They lost in the second round. Like, most of the time. Now, if they trade, if they trade LeBron for Evan Mobley and maybe Darius Garland, because I know Darius Garland, I don't know if he's like in or out with the Cleveland Cavaliers because he's always in trade talks. So if they trade those two guys for LeBron and maybe you throw in what's my man Austin Reeves. So you throw those two guys in, trade them like that. I think Cleveland can make a real serious run and get to the conference finals with LeBron. I'm not saying they're gonna win multiple championships, but they can definitely get to the Eastern Conference Finals with that team because Indiana's not there anymore. And the Knicks are probably the only team that's in the way outside of your up and coming teams. So I think LeBron can do good in Cleveland. I wouldn't want to see that, but I think if I'm the GM at if I'm the Los Angeles Lakers GM, I'm definitely making a call.
Exactly. I mean, I can see what you're saying. I don't know if he would get to Cleveland, because like R&B said, you don't want to give up those pieces. Especially didn't they just pay what's his name a lot of money? Not him. Well, they paid him Mitchell. Didn't they just pay him a lot of money too?
Oh, Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, I believe they gave him a nice extension. So they obviously believe in what they have. They made a believer out of us during the regular season, and then came the playoffs, and then it was like, okay, boys, what are we doing here?
Every year they do this.
So,
but that's what I'm saying. And last point, and we can move on. But that's my point though, because see, you got to remember, a Donovan Mitchell-led team doesn't go further than the second round. But if you got LeBron and Donovan Mitchell, you got a squad. Because I think Donovan Mitchell runs out of gas in the second round. Because he puts so much on his shoulders that he can't potentially get over the hump. And I'm not saying it's his fault, but he's so much of a centric player. He's a lot like Jalen Brunson. Like it happened to Jalen Brunson last season, but I also blame Thibodeau too because of these damn injuries in his 9-man rotation. But my point is, when you have that type of guard, you can't win championships with them only. You got to find a way to get that second piece that can score and take that load off you. But LeBron, even though he doesn't seem like he's trying to get traded or whatever, I don't know what he's doing, but I think he'd be perfect for him. But we'll see what happens, man.
Absolutely. So I want you guys to think of a team that's on the incline through the season, like coming into this season, who you expect to make a bigger splash this season.
Man, I'm gonna roll. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You can go ahead first. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say a team I would love to see on the incline, the Orlando Magic.
Okay.
The Orlando Magic. I'm not saying they're gonna be world beaters. I'm not saying they're gonna get to the conference finals, but I want to see them make a crazy run. If they make it to the conference finals, that would be great. But I believe in Paolo Banchero. I believe in Franz Wagner. I believe in the addition with Baines is going to be great for them.
I forgot to hit him up.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome. He definitely carried Memphis when Ja Morant was out. So I love what they have. I love the addition that they have. I love the coach. I think they got a great squad. They're going to definitely be a team I'm going to watch on League Pass. So that's my pick.
I'm rocking with San Antonio.
Yeah, that was my second pick.
That's what I thought you were gonna say. I'm rocking with San Antonio. I believe Wembanyama has been cleared, if I'm not mistaken, to play.
Yes, he balled out.
He's been playing in the preseason.
Yep.
Yeah, like me, I just can't get down with preseason. It's like a tease, man. It's like when you buy the girl a drink at the bar and then you don't take her home. Like that's what it is, bro. I get it. Just like, I just can't get behind it. But yeah, so it's I'm going with them. They got a good draft pick. He's coming back into the fold. They got Castle there. Oh, whoa. This is a basketball show. This is a basketball show today.
Wow, I knew they was gonna do that. I knew it. I knew. You know what? And you know what made that confirm? I'm sorry, Mike, but you know what confirmed that? That last game they had when Joe Flacco went off.
That last game. My goodness.
I knew it.
I can't wait till tomorrow.
Oh, it's gonna, man. I can't stand this team, man.
And we starting there tomorrow because I got some shit. Because trust me,
Aaron Rodgers. That's him. That's what he does.
Trust me, I got a lot to say about what I seen last Thursday.
Yeah, you gotta tell me. I mean, I can't wait to hear it tomorrow.
There's a lot of good in there, but there's a lot of bad too. A lot of bad. But
I got some shit to say about that game too.
I gotta hear your take on that too, R&B. Because
listen, I'm so mad. I was writing
shit tomorrow.
I was doing the R&B thing. I was writing shit down during the game. I was so mad. I don't ever write shit down, but I was mad. I was mad, and most of the anger comes from the defense. Not even so much the offense. Most of the stuff I'm gonna say is about the defense. But shit, what was I saying? Oh, Spurs, San Antonio. Right. Yeah, so I just think that they're the team that I think is going to make the leap. I hope Wembanyama stays healthy. He has shown he can stay healthy because when he came into the league, I was afraid about like his frame kind of going into the NBA, but he's made it work. He's a phenomenal player, and that's my pick to I think they can get to 6, maybe 5 in the Western Conference. They're going to get a lot more playing time on TV, a lot more TV time because you got Castle, Vassell, got a good squad over there. So that's my pick. Who you rolling with, R&B?
So, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be a homer on this one. The team that I'm rolling with is the Detroit Pistons.
I knew you were going to.
Rightfully so, though.
Cade Cunningham, man. Cade Cunningham this preseason. For one, how he ended the season off in that playoff series against New York, and then the way he's played in this preseason tells me something. He's putting work in.
Right.
And when a player puts work in that has his caliber of talent, and it all starts to come together, that's when you normally start to see the magic. The magic and the work starts to combine together. Mm-hmm. And I think this is going to be I'm predicting Cade Cunningham to be a top 5 candidate for MVP this year and the Pistons to be a top 5 team in the Eastern Conference. I think he's going to come out and have a hell of a season, and I think the Pistons all around are going to have a great season. And it'll be tested in the first 5 games because our first 5 games are tough. I think we got like Houston and who else? I just seen it the other day, but like they start out with some tough games within that first 5 game stretch. So that's gonna display a lot. But I think the team for me that I'm gonna be watching to make that splash is gonna be my Detroit Pistons, man. I think they coming. This young team.
They finished 6th last year. They finished 6th in the conference, right?
6, yeah, because we played New York in the first. Yep.
Do you think there's a chance they could go up to 5 or 4, maybe? Potentially?
That's what I just said. I predict them to finish the top 5 team in the East.
Okay. I missed that. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm with it. And we forgot a team with a major injury, the Boston Celtics. Jason Tatum's Achilles. He'll be out probably the whole season, even though he's out there looking crazy, shooting around.
I'll be honest, Mike. Oh, go ahead, Raj. My bad.
No. Go ahead. Because I was going to say something about that.
Similar. Me too. I don't really have much expectations for the Celtics this year.
Oh, no, I was just saying that as a team, just one I forgot about. But
And-
obviously
and-
for the same reasons, my expectations aren't high either.
And on top of that, honestly, I think they blow that team up. I think they trade Jaylen Brown because he's unhappy in Boston. Like if you listen to his
I want
interviews,
Jaylen Brown to be a Piston. I've been
he
lobbying for
might
that for the
go.
past 2 seasons.
He might go. It's either that team or I got him going to Atlanta, going to the Hawks. He's leaving. He's not staying.
Team up with
He's
Trey.
yeah.
The only way I would want to see him go to Atlanta if Trey's gonna still be there. Other than that, I don't want to see it because they
I don't
want
see
their
that
Trey
either.
to possibly be a Laker. They lobbying him to be that trade piece to go point guard for the Lakers. So
I wouldn't want that. That's too
Didn't
many point guards
Boston
on one
get
team.
rid of They got rid of Porzingis.
Yeah, they got rid of Porzingis.
if they traded Porzingis, they lost Al Horford to Golden State in free agency. But they still got Derek White. So
yeah,
I think it would just be kind of
Simons.
And
they did pick up Anthony Simons.
Part of it was because of that. Oh my God, help me out! That second, what do they call it?
The second apron.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, the second apron. Yeah.
Yeah, I know because I know OKC after this season's gonna hit that, and they're gonna have some trouble. From what I was looking at. So next question is, what free agent signing do you expect to make the biggest impact on their respective team this season?
Ooh.
That's a tough question.
That's a tough one there. That's so tough, Mike, that I'm gonna have to think on it.
Yeah,
but
take some time.
I'll just give you one off the top of the head that I just seen the other day that I think is falling under the radar that people are kind of sleeping on.
Okay.
I'm not saying it'd be the pick that I would come up with if I actually sat down and thought on it.
Okay.
But I think that Sacramento picking up Russ. Hear me out. I think that's a good move for them. I think that was a good move for them. You reuniting Sabonis with who he was under when he first came into the league in OKC. You know what I'm saying? I think he was there when Russ won MVP. He was a part of that team, the triple-double, one of those triple-double teams before he was eventually shipped out to Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? I think having somebody like Russ coming off the bench, you know what I'm saying, there in Sacramento, didn't they pick up Zach LaVine as well?
Yes, he's there.
Yeah.
I think that helps them out. Because one thing about Russ, he's high energy. He's gonna bring it every night, and even though he's up there in his career now, he doesn't tend to stay hurt a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's in good shape. And Zach LaVine is someone who does tend to stay hurt a lot. And I think having that spell guard like Russ can kind of help him out. And then, like I said, the chemistry and experience that he has already playing with Sabonis, I think could be a plus. So just off the top of the head, because I seen that one the other day without true thought, I'm not saying I picked this move, but I like the pickup of Russ being signed by the Kings.
I got one I like. I can't really because I'm trying to see if there's one that stands out. But to me, and this is just something I like. It's nothing, I think is great or elite, but I kind of like some of the moves the Clippers made this offseason.
I can agree with that.
I'm happy Chris Paul gets another chance. He's still very start point guard worthy. Adding Bradley Beal to the mix, hopefully, that works better. We know what to expect from Kawhi. We know what to expect from Harden. Those guys are going to show up as long as Kawhi stays healthy. They're in a good position always to make. They're going to make the playoffs. We know that. We know
Clippers are championship or bust.
Yeah, that's where we're at. So, and then low key, the part that no one else is talking about that I really like is the addition of Brook Lopez. Okay. So, damn, it kind of was better than I thought than when I picked him. So maybe, but I do think Brook Lopez, once again, he's older, still serviceable, can still shoot, still rebound, play defense. So I like the Clippers in totality.
Him and Zubac together, that lineup can be a problem.
Right.
Yeah, that's tough.
But I know they both won't start together being, you gotta have a speed option out there and shit like that. We know Zubac will be the starter, but I'm pretty sure Tyronn Lue, being the great coach that he is, will find ways to try to have him on the floor at the same time against certain matchups. That
Right.
could be a problem because Zubac balled last year.
Right.
Yeah,
Under the radar, but yeah, he balled.
After going through it and thinking about it, that's my pick. I'm going to rock with the Clippers. I do believe that they have enough veteran leadership, and I just hope they can stay healthy. That's the thing. When you start, Chris Paul, we know has that hamstring issue, that comes up every once in a while. He'll miss 10, 20 games at a clip. Brooke Lopez, older players had some injury history, nothing crazy. But and we know what Kawhi brings to the table as well as Harden at times. So it's just health, but in totality, if they can stay healthy, I like them. Who you got, Raj?
Yeah. Man, that's a really tough one. Honestly, I got to go back to the Orlando Magic.
Okay.
And I just going back to that point of picking up Desmond Bane. They needed that three-point shooter. Mm-hmm.
Pause. I gotta block you on that one. The reason why is because we gotta stick to the context of the question, which is what made it hard for me. He said free agents. Bane was traded.
Free agent. Damn.
Because I thought about Bane too, but I was like,
but
damn,
I
he got
forgot.
traded there.
Yeah. You're right. No, you're right. I gotta come back to me.
That is one you gotta really think about.
Yeah.
Because this wasn't like a crazy
it wasn't.
free agent off season. We seen more trades this off season. It wasn't really like no real, we waiting for this guy to get signed and this and that. Like, yeah, dudes signed new contracts, extensions and stuff like that. But like, as far as like a major pickup, it wasn't too many of them this year.
You know what? Yeah, I gotta. Because what, my second option was the Portland Trailblazers with Dame, but I know that wasn't a free agency. That was a trade. But I just like the fact that he's back home, even though it's not his home, but that's where he started. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's going to be a resurgence for the Portland Trailblazers. Man, it was. You know what? This was probably the worst free agency season I've ever witnessed or remembered. Yeah, because like this, I don't even outside of, like you said, Sacramento picking up Russ. There was no real big splashes that was worthy of even talking about.
And we still got some notable, I wouldn't say like superstar or ex superstars outside of Russ, but we still got some pretty notable names that's still on the free agency list.
That's true.
That I think could be serviceable for some teams. You got guys like JaVale McGee still out there. You can't tell me JaVale McGee can't come, I think we could use him in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like Victor Oladipo's still out there playing overseas, and I think the Chinese league putting up buckets and numbers. Like, it's still some pretty notable guys out there that could potentially get picked up somewhere throughout the season.
That's true.
Depending on injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely. I can't think of one right now, guys. I'm lost because free agency. I really not impressed.
Well, if one comes up, just let us know. If one comes up before the end of the show. So, who are your guys is, if you just had to go based off what we know, who would you pick for each conference finals? Just based off your feeling. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to get the standings up here.
Okay, I got one real quick. Miles Turner, that's the one I forgot. We all forgot about him going and signing with Milwaukee. But I think we kind of forgot about it because we didn't look at it as like a needle mover. But if you want to say like a good to great player that left his team, that was obviously just in the finals. to sign with another team, Miles Turner would definitely probably have to be the best, talent-wise free agent acquisition of this offseason, but don't necessarily mean that it will pan out as the best one.
Right.
I got another one too, by the way, and I forgot he's even playing in NBA. Bradley Beal going to the Clippers.
Yeah, Mike brought that up. Yeah,
I just talked about him going to the Clippers.
Yeah. I thought he got traded there though.
I thought it was a free agent.
Okay, I got Phoenix released him.
Yeah,
I think they waived.
They waived him. Okay. So that really don't count. But Jordan Clarkson going to the Knicks, I like as well.
I like that. Yeah, I do like that.
Jordan Clarkson, 6-man off the bench. He's very solid as a role player. He's still got a little bit more game in him. I know he's like in his 30s right now. He's like in his early 30s, but that's perfect. That's what the Knicks need. And I wish that Malcolm Brogdon would have waited until the end of the season to retire, man. I think he would have been solid.
I think that was solid for y'all too. That definitely fucked him for him to retire.
I can't believe it. But you
know
what?
I still like the Clarkson though. That's a nice
Clarkson
pickup. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, so that's my pick. He's definitely
him and Josh Hart next to each other off that bench in the second unit. I think that's nice.
Great. And Mike Brown as a coach. I have to emphasize Mike Brown being a coach because Thibodeau, as great as a coach as he is, that dude runs players into the ground, bro.
Absolutely.
We gonna see how it goes.
Yeah. I just have to say this, and I know I said this was a basketball show, but did y'all hear about Trayvon Diggs?
No.
He had an injury. He got an injury at home, and now he can't play. And it ain't funny he got hurt. It's funny because it happened to the Cowboys. Only that can happen to them, that the player gets hurt at home and can't play. Like,
wait, what kind of injury is it?
I didn't look at the details because as soon as I seen it, I laughed because that can only happen to the Cowboys. I'll have more. I'll look it up before the show tomorrow. I just wanted to make sure. I just seen the Cowboys come on the TV, so I just was like, let me mention that.
They're snake.
That is some Cowboys shit.
What makes that Bart funny? It's like that's some Cowboys ish right there.
Exactly. All right.
But yeah, so we're looking at the landscape. Or actually, before we get into that, I have another question. If you had to pick a team, right? Like, how like there's that random team that comes out of nowhere usually. If you had to pick any team just to randomly come out of nowhere and just come into the playoff picture and bump someone out, what team do you think has the potential to do that this season that did not do it last season? Obviously,
I can give you that one quickly.
Go
Charlotte.
Okay.
Really?
That's
I really like the chemistry that I'm seeing out of Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball in this preseason so far. I really think that again, I hate to always have to put this caveat out there, but barring injury when it comes to LaMelo, because he seemed to can't stay on the court too. I really think Charlotte could be. Yep. I really think Charlotte could be one of the next teams to start trying to, finally make a breakthrough in the East. Now, I'm not saying like they about to just, try to go on a championship run or something like that, but I'm just keeping it directly in the context of how you asked, like a team that could potentially, get to the play-in, maybe get in the playoffs out through the play-in or something like that. I really like Charlotte. I think that they could do some stuff if they can stay healthy and Brandon Miller continues to ascend.
Okay. I have one for each conference. They're both a little bit of a cliche. But obviously, at some point we have to me, if Philadelphia don't figure it out this season, just wash them up. Wash them up. Respectfully. Yeah. It's over. Like I and I'm just saying that because I like Joel Embiid. Like I said, the answer is cliche. I don't disagree with the Charlotte take. My only issue that could stop them is, are they going to be done being a liability defensively? They can go up and put up 130 points, but then they allow 133 points. So
Mm-hmm.
if they can learn to be better defensively, I could see them winning 42, 45 games and sneaking into a play at 100%. It's just defensively. If they're off offensively, that's almost like a loss. That's my only take on that. But yeah, like I said, it's a cliche, but I'm gonna go with Philly. But then again, didn't Toronto add Brandon Ingram this offseason?
Yes, they did, and that was going to be one of my choices in the East.
They just it. No, they didn't add him this offseason. He's already been there.
Yeah,
he was
and
there.
This is his first
and
season playing.
they're not impressive. They're not impressive, man. But we'll see. Toronto is just. I feel like ever since that championship, they've done nothing but go backwards.
Right.
Yeah.
Portland, isn't Dame Lillard tore his Achilles, no, or his ACL?
Yeah, he's not playing this season.
Yeah, he's not playing.
Okay, so obviously, like I said, cliche. I kind of said it already, but I got to go with San Antonio. Phoenix, I don't like. I know they lost Kevin Durant, they lost Beal, they gave Booker a bunch of money. I don't even know what else is there. And then I'm looking at the Pelicans.
Booker, another one that need to bring his ass home to Detroit.
Facts. No, seriously, that would be excellent for him. That would be excellent. I think that's the piece they're missing. That they're missing.
Like, yeah, that'd be good for him. And then the other one I'm kind of looking at here that I was considering was the Pelicans.
I was going to say the Pelicans.
But oh man, like, are we ever going to get a healthy Zion ever?
I think this is the season. I honestly believe this is the season. He looks great, even though.
First of all, that's not Zion. That's B. Mickey. Let's get it right. Put some respect. Put some respect on B. Mickey Williamson.
Yo, but no, I think he's going to ball out this season. I think Zion is. I think his BBL fetish is over. I think he went to rehab for that. I think that he stopped eating that bourbon chicken, that jambalaya. He looks good. He played pretty good in preseason. I like the addition of Jordan Poole, even though I'm kind of concerned with him because he's becoming more and more like LaMelo Ball. Either he's injured or he's he's putting up crazy numbers. But I did like what he did in Washington. So I think they got a squad. And another squad I think in the East is the Washington Wizards. Bob Carrington. There's a few other pieces on there with the Washington Wizards. They're a young squad, but I think they're definitely a squad that can potentially sneak into a playoff. I'm not saying do anything. They might just be a one and done, but I love what the Washington Wizards are building with a young, hungry team, and those are my two.
Okay.
Yeah, I killed my camera, Mike, because I got to get ready to mob. But look, I just want to comment back on that New Orleans. Pick. The Zion and them. Man, look, I can't rock with that pick, Raj. Reason why? I just seen that they trying to shop CJ McCollum. Now, I'll agree with you. I think Zion has the potential to go out and ball out this season and have a good season if healthy. But I think it'll be empty calorie stats. I think this will just be a empty calorie stat season for him because I think that they are going to eventually trade CJ McCollum. Possibly to the Lakers because that's been floated around with them too. And Houston is also looking at CJ McCollum because of the Vliet injury. So I think this is going to kind of be like a one-off wash year for the Pelicans with Zion. This will be a year that he can ball out and it'll just be a one-off for them. Just
trying to rebuild and trade for picks and stuff like that. That's what I see this season to be for them. I have no expectations for them. If they prove me wrong, then hey. But you know what I'm saying? I want to hear your response to that. Then I want to ask y'all a quick
Yes.
question before I get off.
Yes.
Okay.
Real quick. Okay, and I get what you're coming. I get where you're coming from with that. But you gotta remember, they added Kayvon Looney. You know, they got Derek Queen. They got in the draft. These are big men.
Kayvon Looney.
Yeah,
See, this is what I'm
Kayvon
talking
Looney.
about.
No,
This is what
no,
the fuck
no.
I'm talking about with Raj, Mike. He pisses me off. If I didn't have to go, I'd be sitting in the camera about to light my blunt again. You bring up after you drag and disrespect a fucking legend and Sir
I
Charles Broccoli, you bring me Kevin Looney? This Rooney Pooh candy ass Kevin
no.
Looney?
Wait. He was very serviceable with Golden State. I didn't say he's a all-star. I'm talking about a big that can get rebounds and put up 10 to 15 points a night. That's all
Man,
you need.
Kevin Looney. He was very serviceable in Golden State for
That's
over
all you
10
need.
years.
Yes,
Kevin Looney's old.
but he's serviceable. See, this is what I'm saying.
He's been inconsistently serviceable over those years. It was times he didn't even play in the finals and in the playoffs because they couldn't rely on him.
But I'm talking about getting this team to the damn playoffs. I'm not saying they're going to do anything. Look, I was just naming him. Kayvon Looney, right? Derek Queen, which is a good big. I loved him, when he played in Maryland. Excellent big as well. Also, Trey Murphy the third. He stepped up his game as a small forward. He took Brandon Ingram's role. Then you got to remember, what's the name? DeJounte Murray comes back, right? You got Jordan Poole, and you got that kid Jeremiah Fears. He's good. If you guys look them up, they're actually really good players. This is a young upcoming team in the West. I think can
What
sneak
you
into
on
that
DeJounte
play-in
Murray?
spot.
I totally forgot that they even had him. But
Yeah,
he
because
put up
he
numbers when he was
injured.
healthy. He put up numbers when he was healthy, and they still ain't do nothing.
That's because they didn't have a big. That's why I mentioned Kayvon Looney. They needed a big. They was running around
But
with like.
but that's what I'm saying though. If you gonna mention that they needed a big, and then you start bringing up Kayvon Looney, it ain't like we saying, yeah, they needed a big to come off the bench. No, we saying they needed a big, period. And Kayvon Looney is not that big. This is an old shell of himself, veteran role player guy that's gonna probably be the 8th or 9th man on your bench. If that.
But they needed that. They needed that second player to get rebounds outside of Zion, because Zion can't even get 10 rebounds. He can't
I
even get 8
understand what
rebounds.
you're saying, Raj, but if you're gonna bring me a name, at least bring me somebody that ain't expected to get 40 DMPs.
That's why I said Derek Queen. I said Kayvon Looney and Derek Queen. You got to add that slash in there because he's probably going to play 40 games, 35 games this season, but he's going to be a serviceable big when he's on the floor. But then you got Derek
I'm gonna have to
Queen.
go look up this Derek Queen cat then because
Please
I'm
look
not
him up.
the 100% hip to him. I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to
please,
check him out.
please. Let me know what you think of him too, because I think he's going to change the game for the New Orleans Pelicans, because they just need that center that can get rebounds and help them start that fast break, because Zion can't
Right.
create his own shot. He can't get a rebound. Zion's only good for dunking and doing post moves. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but what I'm saying is he needs that extra help on the boards, because he's not a real like physical power forward like that. And if he is, he's going to get injured because every year he plays like half the games. So you need
Right.
that help. But anyway, I just want to say that. But you was going to say something. I'm totally off the rails with that.
I'm about to get off, but I just want to ask y'all a quick question for y'all to marinate on this one. You don't respond now. Marinate on it. Let's let it be the second subject of the day behind the Steelers tomorrow, Mike. I got this. I wanted to ask y'all this last week actually, but we ran out of time. This is the question that I've been brewing
What the
on.
hell is he throwing to? Uh-huh.
When it comes to the Cleveland Browns, all of the shit that they've been going through with the quarterback situation, let's say since the drafting of Baker Mayfield or just before Baker Mayfield up until now, who do you blame most? The GM or the head coach, Kevin Stefanski? Research that, marinate on that, and let's discuss it tomorrow.
I can't wait.
Who's who is the most blamed for the past 10 years of the Cleveland Browns debacle between Kevin Stefanski and the general manager?
Has he been the coach that long, Stefanski?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
He's been there for a minute. He's been there for what, 4 seasons, 5 seasons?
Yeah,
He's been there long enough to take some damn blame.
for sure. But other than that, I'll holler at y'all tomorrow, man.
Sounds
All right,
good.
man.
Have a good day.
Y'all too.
All right, be safe.
Can you hear me, Mike?
I can hear you.
All right.
All right, hold on. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Jesus Christ. So, yeah, it's all right because we was almost to the end anyway. Just wanted to do a quick hour and change,
Yeah.
on this. So, who are your picks for the conference finals? And who do you think? Actually, hold on. Before we get to that, who do you think is going to get MVP this season?
MVP this season. I gotta say this. I gotta say who I think is going to get MVP versus who I want to get MVP.
Okay.
Right? So I think Jokic is going to get MVP, rightfully so. I'm a big Jokic fan. He definitely deserves it. But who I want to see get MVP finally is Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is a generational player. And I think that he's going to be phenomenal overall when you look at his career. However, if he doesn't start racking up some hardware, he's just going to be like a glorified Jason Williams.
Okay. I agree.
No disrespect to Luka and no disrespect to Jason Williams, but you get what I'm saying, though, Mike. He's going to be one of them street legends that you like, yo, you had to see live on TV. Like, he was one of those guys, but he just never got an MVP. He only racked up all-stars, and he never won a championship. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's one of those things where you're like, are you going to start leaning towards getting MVP status? Because you've been top 4, top 5 in the past 6 years, but you haven't got there yet. So he got to start putting some hardware, start getting some hardware. And this one MVP will be great for him. It'll be great for his legacy.
I'm gonna go a little not outside the box, but I think that there's one player who's also looking to prove some stuff this season as and want to get back to their championship ways. This player is always in MVP voting every year. That's Giannis. We know what Giannis can do. He always comes the ball, and yeah, he's been top 5 in voting pretty much his whole career. I mean,
Yeah.
So I believe that he will. I believe that's my pick to get MVP. But I think also Jokic will be there. And I think this is also, but I expect elite play from Luka as well.
Right.
Because I expect elite play from Luka. Because the Lakers have said this is your team now.
Right.
Like you're the guy. So now we need you to play and be the guy. But I'm gonna go with Giannis. I think he's gonna say, okay, The Damian Lillard experiment didn't work, even though he was upset when he got traded. Wasn't really happy about Miles Turner, but it might turn out to be something that they need. Might be a facelift that we don't expect.
Right.
I don't think it helps the team, but I expect the Bucks to still be in the conversation regardless.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. The only caveat or only rebuttal I'll probably say I'll add to that is there's always some trade rumors with Giannis. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that it's an unstable situation. But then again, it's the same with LeBron too. LeBron, you hear all these rumors. LeBron said he might leave the Lakers. All this stuff might retire type talks and stuff like that. But with Giannis, I don't know. I feel like Giannis needs to stay put. I love the fact that he's got his brothers there. He got both of his brothers there now,
Yeah.
playing in Milwaukee. I like the fact that he's loyal to a certain extent, besides giving double talking, of course, interviews and stuff. But he's loyal as far as saying, as long as you're taking care of me, as long as you take care of my family, I'm happy. But he also wants to win the championship. So that's the only thing I'm kind of like scratching my head with, Mike, because I don't know. I really don't know if he's going to be in that top 4, top 5 in a conference with the Bucks, with this team to even be considered MVP status. Because you got to think about it. The East is getting really good. So in order for him to be MVP, he got to be in at least top 3 in the East.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, hey, we you never know. That's just kind of just going from a bird's eye view, if you will, because they have to do it. They have to do something.
Right.
Unfortunately, many people forget how many injuries were in the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference the year
Oh
Giannis
yeah, it
won.
was riddled. It almost like the NFL right now.
Yeah, there were a lot of injuries, and I'm not trying to take from his championship. I wouldn't do that, but it's kind of ironic that he's had trouble getting back there outside of
Right.
that year. And I had always said part of it was his inavailability because he wasn't always healthy. But last year was he? Did he play? He played in the playoffs? No.
I don't remember, to be quite honest, because it was so underwhelming.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
team
but they were
was
either way. They were bounced in the first round. So
yeah,
now it's kind of like something has to change.
right.
But if he's getting traded, it's all about where he's going to be traded. Um, that's the whole thing behind it. Where if you're going to trade, if you listen at this point, I'm like, if you want to be traded, bro, just demand the trade. Get it, rip the
Right.
band-aid. Just
That's what I'm saying. And see, that's what I don't like about Giannis. Like 1 minute he's talking about, oh, I want to compete. I want to compete. I want to be champion again. All this stuff like that. And the next minute he's like, I'm glad my family's here. My brothers here, and I can win championship. No, bro. Like you got to do one or the other.
Yeah.
Because we're not trading you and Antetokounmpos, bros. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not trading
Just
your whole family.
trading you. Like
We're trading you, and we're bringing you to a championship team, and your brother's gonna be waived as soon as you walk out the door.
yeah. And what other team's going to take your brothers?
Nobody. I mean, not saying they're not talented. They are talented, but they just haven't displayed all what they can do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't have the opportunities like most, people who have brothers or siblings in the league. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I don't know. I just look at it as like he's double talking. Like he wants to win a championship, but he loves the fact that Milwaukee's pretty much his playground. So I don't like that.
Yeah.
Actually,
No.
I hate it, to be quite honest. I hate the fact he's like that. Because
Yeah.
he's passive aggressive. I'm sorry to keep going, but I gotta say this. He's passive aggressive like LeBron now. He's
Mm-hmm.
very passive aggressive, and I don't like superstars like that.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that at all. So, if you had to make a pick, let's start with the Eastern Conference. Who's your pick
Mm-hmm.
for the Eastern Conference Finals?
Whew. The two teams, right?
Just two up the two teams.
Oh man, this is a tough one because the East, like I said, they're starting to become a really, really, really good watch. Like it's a lot of talent in the East now. But I'm gonna start off with the Knicks. That's a surefire team. I think is going to get to the Eastern Conference again.
Wait, you said
Um,
what?
I think the
One,
Knicks is, they're potentially going to
12,
win the East. Uh, the second pick, I gotta roll with. I'm gonna roll with Orlando. I know I keep bringing them up, but I really love what they got. I think Paolo Banchero is going to be in the MVP conversation this year. Not saying he's going to win it, but I think he's going to definitely be in the conversation. He's going to be at least the top 5 because last season he showed skills I didn't even think he had. Like
right.
I watched him play in college. I watched him play at Duke. Um, he was good. He was one of the leading scorers on in Duke, but I didn't see him as an all around player. This man was putting up insane video game numbers last season. So with him, Franz Wagner, stepping forward with his development, Desmond Baines, the core that they have with the defensive players that they have, I think Orlando could take a huge leap and make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay, I'm not mad at it.
Also, barring the injuries of Indiana, by the way, too, and the dismantling of Indiana and Boston.
and
So I
that's
think,
and that's what's giving me going with a little bit out of left field. I agree with the Knicks. I have seen some of the stuff they've been doing in the
right,
preseason. Brunson's looking like we want to do something.
right.
So I agree with that. But I'm gonna say, due to what you're saying about Milwaukee, which I agree with, the Giannis issues, Detroit not being there yet, Orlando not being there yet, Chicago a mess, Atlanta a mess, Miami a mess,
Hmm.
Philly a mess. Um, I'm going with what you call it. I'm gonna give Cleveland a shot. I think with all the stuff that's bad, without Boston, right?
Right,
Without
right, right,
without
right.
Halliburton, with all the other teams still kind of on the rise. Like, I'm not saying one of those teams can't make a jump, but if I'm Cleveland, I'm figuring out right now how to get there. I'm figuring out like, okay, we got to do this. It's time. It's time because there's really no one else that I trust to get there. Not
Okay.
like you
To
said,
the
not
to the to the to the conference finals we're talking about,
we're
right?
talking the conference finals.
Okay.
We're talking the
You know
conference.
what? You know what Cleveland reminds me of because they're always great during the regular season, especially with
Mhm.
Donovan Mitchell, right? They've been
Right.
great. They remind me of the girl that you date, but you know you're not going to marry.
That was as good as my take on the preseason.
That's why I said that.
It's like I said, it's like the preseason football. It's like when you buy the girl the drink and you don't
Yeah,
take her home.
you don't take her home. Exactly. They remind me of the girl that you date for a long time, but you know you're not going to marry. And as men, you know the difference. Like you don't have to be convinced. Once you start reading the sign,
Yeah,
you're like,
exactly.
I really like this girl. I think she's great. I really see that we have great time together. But as far as committing my life,
Nah, we're good.
nah, we're good. We can even move in. Like we can even move in together.
but the ring,
But
nope.
the ring, no, absolutely not. So I say that because Donovan Mitchell, and I'm not blaming him because once again, he is who he is, right?
Right.
But he can't get out of the freaking second round. And it's because how tall is Donovan Mitchell? What do you think? 6'2", 6'3", maybe?
I don't even know if he's that
I don't
tall.
know. I don't even think he's that tall. He's probably like 6'1", right?
That sounds about right.
But I say all that to say, what guard outside of
Oh, my wife
Steph?
just looked it up. He's 6'2".
He's 6'2". Okay, so he's 6'2". He's a guard that is very physical. He's not a Steph Curry type guard. He's not the guard that's going to pull up 15 threes a game. So he's gotta play in the actual lane of 7-footers or people that's like 6'10" and above, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of physicality that comes into these playoffs. So he's going to feel it. He puts so much on his shoulders as a 6'2" guard that he can't get past the second round without help. Evan Mobley disappeared. Darius Garland, he looked like somebody that works at Dunkin' Donuts, right? He doesn't even look like an NBA player.
Yo, he is supposed to be so good. And like,
but he's not.
There are games where you're like, that's the guy who we're supposed to see every night. Yo, he'll have like 20-something points. He'll have some boards, 7 assists. You're like, okay, this is great. And then
I hate it.
And then next thing you know, the next game, dude's got 7 points.
He's like, I'm out.
No steals.
Oh, man. That's his new nickname. Darius Dunkin' Donuts Garland. Yo, that is his new nickname.
You want some hash browns with that?
He's like, I got your iced latte.
Oh, my God. So
no, seriously.
My wife's just shaking her head.
Oh, my God. Tell me I'm lying, though. Like, stop me when I'm lying, because he disappears during the playoffs. I kid you not. I fall for it every single season. I fall for it every single season. I put him on my fantasy team. I'm like, yo, this dude is good for at least 20 and 10 every game, right?
So I take it you're not picking him tonight.
Heck no, I'm not picking him tonight. Matter of fact, if anybody picks him, I'm sending him a message telling him that's Darius Dunkin' Donuts Garland. Don't you need to waive him immediately. No, seriously. He disappears half the season, right? Mm-hmm. Either he shows up or he DNPs. And then the other half, he puts up like insane numbers. I remember he scored 50 in a game. I'm like, oh man, this dude is like Allen Iverson. Yeah. But my point of saying all that, Mike,
that's like the best thing Jacksonville's done all game. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's the best pass. And now I think he's hurt.
Jacksonville's done all game.
They couldn't even complete a pass. But anyway, I say all that to say, Mike, I get what you're saying, and I want to believe this year that Cleveland could get to at least the Eastern Conference Finals.
Right.
But let's be honest, man. As long as you got Darius Dunkin' Donuts Garland on your team.
I think I'm just gonna pick
and
message.
Evan Mobley, that's not even a real player. This dude is like a creative player, right? And then you got Jared Allen, the guy from what's that boxing game that used to be on PS3?
Ready to Rumble. Afro Thunder.
You got Afro Thunder. You're not winning no championships, my guy. You're not winning championships. I'm sorry.
Well, I would take the Knicks over them in a 7-game series. I think the Knicks would win that in 6.
Yeah, they'll win that series. But I'm saying as far as getting there, they gotta show me something. They gotta show me something this season. If they don't, I'm never picking the Cleveland Cavaliers in any situation.
No, man. And on the other side,
the Western Conference Finals. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I like OKC again.
Okay, I got them penciled in as well.
I like OKC, and you know what? I'm gonna get this. This might surprise you, but based on everything I'm seeing and how I just got a feeling is well, it's really between two teams. I'm having a hard time, but I'm gonna go with my gut, and
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Denver.
Okay. Okay. I,
Um, Lakers don't show me enough. Houston, I'm just not fully in without Fred VanVleet. I think it's going to
right.
be a bigger loss than anticipated. Um, I don't believe in Minnesota. Um, obviously the Warriors are always a dark horse.
Right.
I don't think Dallas makes that full step to there this year. It
Mm-hmm.
can happen, but I don't think it happens this season. But I just think the other team I was finally like kind of thinking was the Clippers. But I think the same thing, like Giannis has something to prove. Joker's in that same boat that he wants to win another championship. Like,
Yeah.
like, like he does. Like, oh, hold on. Let me put it to you this way. For the full disclosure,
Uh-huh.
Nikola Jokic does not care about basketball.
Oh, no, that's why I said that. If you notice, I said, yeah, like,
Yeah.
because he don't give a damn about basketball. He's just really good at it.
But at the end of the day, I think that let me rephrase the statement then. He has the ability to win another championship.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
think they
Yes.
still have Murray there. I mean, they lost MPJ to Brooklyn or traded him free
Mm-hmm.
agent, whatever.
But they
But
picked up Cam Johnson.
okay, so yeah, they did do something with that. So I do think that they really, they really do have an opportunity to do that. But
Yeah.
if not them, for me, I would roll with the Clippers. I think that if they can stay healthy, they're deep enough to get there. At
Yes.
minimum, at minimum.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm going with the obvious, of course, OKC for the West. But I'm gonna spice it up a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the San Antonio Spurs. The San Antonio
Yeah.
Spurs. And the reason I'm saying that is because as much as I love the addition of adding people with the Orlando Magic, I love the fact that Victor Wembanyama is healthy, right? He's coming back. He should be cleared of all blood clots and stuff like that. But also I love the addition of Dylan Harper.
Mm.
And if you're not familiar, get an opportunity, look him up. He was a rookie. They drafted in the draft, I think number 3 or number 2 in the draft. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But I watched him play at Rutgers, him and Ace Bailey, and they went off. Like he's one of those type of guards that's going to be in the league for a long time. He's going to be a multiple-time All-Star. His dad, I don't know if you remember back in the days, Chicago Bulls guard Ron Harper
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
his pops. So he got all the skills that his father got, and shout out to his mom too. His mom played basketball as well. She played in college, and she also played, I believe, for the Filipino national team as well. So my point is, this kid is the truth, and if you add up with him with De'Aaron Fox, you got to remember he's there. You got Stephon Castle, he's there. And there's a few other players on there that's like really, 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 really good. Like, Keldon Johnson, he's solid. There's a few other players, but my point is they got a squad, bro. They really, really got a squad. Sidebar, Mike. Why can't these wide receivers catch?
Yo, that was like right there. Like,
why can't these wide receivers? I've watched about 19 drop passes.
yeah, that was like right there. And he just went to the ground. Like, I don't want to keep it.
Yeah, and now he's hurt. They just took him out.
Oh my God. That one got hit though.
Sometimes I can't stand the NFL. Like there's no one guarding you. He's way in the back. He's way in the back. You touch the ball, come down, and then you drop it. It wasn't like he caught the ball or the ball skipped off his hands. He caught it. He caught it. And land on the ground and let it go.
The unwritten rule of football is if you can touch it, you can catch it.
Thank you. And that's what I swear I'm not trying to make it about NFL right now, but I'm just so mad.
What you saying?
Because I watched 19 drop passes, and he's throwing darts. Lawrence is throwing darts out there.
Yeah, he's frustrated. You can see it. We definitely gonna have to talk about that tomorrow.
Oh man, you can't tell me this isn't rigged.
Well, that's all I got. I gotta go look at a place actually. So,
okay.
Anything else that you want to cover on the NBA premiere episode, or you think we're good to go?
Yeah, we're good to go. I just want to just say to everybody, I know this season is going to be really difficult to watch all the games, but I will say this, and you can take it for what it's worth. There's a lot of pirate sites that you can use.
VPNs?
A lot of VPNs. I am one of those guys, that I
ain't mad at it.
And I hope the government don't come after me, but hey, I heard
you can do this.
I heard you can do it, and I'm willing to take that risk. Because all them damn streaming services, I know a lot of people are pissed off about it. It's I think 4 different streaming services.
Peacock, Amazon.
Yes, Amazon.
Obviously, you're gonna need TNT or
TNT.
Or no, they're not.
No, not TNT. Peacock, ESPN. Amazon, ESPN. And there's another one missing.
Well, you need NBA.
Anyway,
you need the NBA network itself.
NBA. Yeah, I think you need the NBA network as well.
NBA TV or whatever they call it.
Yeah, to watch all the games. Look, guys, find your alternatives. That's all I gotta say. I'm not giving you any sites because I'm not doing that. But find your alternatives.
Well, everyone, thank you for tuning in to the NBA preview episode. We will be back tomorrow. I'm hoping 7 p.m. for the regular show. Talk about the NFL and talk about this BS they got. They give us good morning games, and then the teams don't play good. Like
every week.
Every week one was the Steelers and the Vikings.
Yes. They do this every week. And I want to tell the NFL, stop putting these damn fake grasses out there. Like, I don't think this is fake grass. I think it's real grass. But the same grass that they play with soccer, have those football players play with that too.
Exactly.
Stop doing this turf stuff.
Especially in y'all stadium, the Jets. Y'all 8 different players hurt on that turf since they put that there.
I hate it. I hate turf. I mean, maybe you should play flag football on there, but real football that you got to hit the ground, nah, you need to put it in grass.
Seriously. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Everyone enjoy their Sunday. Watch some football, eat some food, spend some time with your family, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night right here on Nerdcamp Sports. Peace.